Hamas's top official says hostage negotiations are over until the end of the war with Israel, raising major questions over the fate of the more than 130 people still being held in captivity in Gaza. The White House says fewer than 10 Americans are still being held by Hamas and other terrorist groups. But with negotiations apparently at a standstill, it's unclear what, if anything, the United States can do to try to bring them back home. Here to weigh in, we have Christopher O'Leary, who served as the U.S. Director of Hostage Rescue and Recovery from 2021 until September of this year. He is now the Senior Vice President for Global Operations with global intelligence and security firm, the Sufan Group. Christopher, thanks for being here this morning.
Good morning.
Certainly a concerning update, especially for those with loved ones and family still in captivity this morning. Hamas says it's done negotiating until the war with Israel comes to a close. Does that mean that they're done negotiating with everyone, or is it just Israel and its allies?
Well, I think it depends, and that's a quintessential military answer. It depends. I think if enough pressure is put on Hamas, they will come back to the negotiation table. But, to back up a little bit, we were always going to get to this point. Hamas was never going to simply open the gates and release all of the hostages. They are too valuable for Hamas. Hamas intended to drag this out with the hostages for as long as they could from the very beginning. It's disappointing that they broke down before we got all the women and children out, because I think that was a reasonable expectation that we're going to be able to do that. And I was hopeful that we're going to be able to get anybody who was wounded or anybody who was sickly, needed medication, or elderly. Those would have been goals that we thought we could have accomplished through negotiations. But like I said, it was always going to end. And that's why you need a parallel line of effort for tactical operations. I mean, both of those sides needed to be developed from the beginning.
And as I mentioned off the top, the White House saying there are fewer than 10 Americans who are still being held by this terrorist organization. What can the United States do? What does President Joe Biden need to do to bring home the Americans still being held there in Gaza?
So this is a unique situation because these are dual American-Israeli citizens, and this is happening within the sovereign territory of Israel. So we can exert pressure on Israel. We can make recommendations on the approaches that the United States would take to recover hostages, which from my perspective would be a more measured and deliberate counterterrorism approach, specifically targeting the architecture of Hamas while trying to gather intelligence about where the hostages are and pivot away from this all-out ground combat campaign, which is creating collateral damage, obviously incredible losses for the local Palestinian population, and frankly, not illuminating where the hostages may be.
Yeah. Christopher, the other thing I found interesting, Israel's major newspaper reporting that the Israeli government rejected an IDF proposal to go in to attempt to rescue the hostages that remain, fearing it would hurt negotiations with Hamas. If that is correct, was that the right decision by the Netanyahu government? And did they miss their window?
So not having all the details, I can't really comment on it, but I would question the veracity of that reporting. If Israel had specific information about the location of the remaining hostages and it was feasible to conduct a rescue, based on my experience and based on Israel's history of hostage rescue, I'm confident they would have done that. They would not have been relying solely on negotiations with a terrorist organization. Again, one of the two main principles in this organization or in this negotiation massacred 1,200 people, less than 2 months ago.
Yeah. So do you think, with you saying that, do you think at this point the IDF, the government, doesn't know where those hostages are being held if you predict that the IDF, those soldiers, would have already gone in and attempted that sort of rescue mission?
That would be my assessment based on my experience doing these kind of operations overseas. You were looking for very specific information before you're conducting a hostage rescue. I mean, down to the granular level, and then the hostage rescue forces, which I've done plenty of operations with, will rehearse these operations before going in. This is different than any other kind of combat or any kind of close quarters battle. This is very fast, very precise. by the top tier units.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.